Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to the bathroom. I've decided to film this video sitting up where I usually sit because I don't like sitting on the floor. Anyway, I've been wanting to do this or these kind of videos for a while. It's where I'm focusing on my eyeshadow. So it's an eyeshadow tutorial based off of something. So I think ages ago I spoke about doing Disney inspired ones. Well, this is very different. I wanted to combine my love of makeup and my nerdy personality together, so I'm doing an eyeshadow look based off of my Dungeons and Dragons character Cassiopeia. I haven't really spoke a lot about the fact that I play D&D on this channel, and I want to talk about it more because in the next few months I'm going to be doing a lot more D&D, a lot more other nerdy stuff, and it's a huge part of my life that I love. So I'm going to be talking you through the colours I'm using and also a little bit about Cassiopeia. So, backstory for Cassiopeia. You may or may not know Cassiopeia is a constellation. So, of course, I'm going to be using my new Makeup Revolution Constellation palette, but also because the colours I want for this look go in this palette. The reason why I called her Cassiopeia is because she is an Aasimar. It is a race, and an Aasimar is an angel. Her class is a storm giant sorcerer. So her class is a sorcerer and then an archetype is a storm giant. I went for storm giant instead of storm sorcerer because you get something called Jotun resistance, which means you get 1 extra health point every time you level up. And those who are familiar with D&D know that sorcerers are notorious for being squishy. Anyhow, Cassiopeia is got a lot of galaxy colours. I also have dice, which is where I'm taking the majority of this look from. So, let's get into it. First of all, I'm going to use Asteroid in my crease and my upper eyebrow area. It's just a kind of nude transition shade. So I'm playing Cassiopeia. She doesn't really have a surname. I'm playing her in a campaign with my mum and my dad and my boyfriend as the DM, which means Dungeon Master. Just using these terms in case a lot of people don't know anything about Dungeons and Dragons. And we're just playing 5th edition, and we are playing a module called Storm's King Thunder. So it's very giant based. Cassiopeia does speak fluent giant, a little bit of metagaming, but hey, the DM's my boyfriend, and if he allows it, then it's a-okay. But yeah, we've been playing it now since the start of August. There's another campaign that my boyfriend really wants to run with his uni friends that I'm a part of, but obviously right now, with COVID and whatnot, it's very difficult. Lots of people haven't been in the country and with the restrictions. So the campaign I've been doing with my parents has really been the only campaign. And I've been really enjoying it. So my mum's character and my dad's character and my character are all level 6 right now, which is pretty exciting. We recently fought our first giants, hill giants, and let me tell you, I've never killed anything in the whole of D&D, and I finally got to kill a hill giant. I ended up rolling a natural 20, which in D&D terms is like the highest you can get, and I decided to pick chromatic orb. So I picked an ice chromatic orb, but when you roll a d20, whatever damage you roll for, so I think I rolled 20 points of damage, which is whoo, but if you roll a 20, that gets doubled, 40 points of damage. I finished off that hill giant something awful, and it was very satisfying to know that my Cassiopeia's first ever kill wasn't something silly like a little goblin, it was a hill giant. Anyway, that's me blended in Asteroid. Let's see. Now, for this look we're going to go for pinks and purples and blue, very galaxy inspired. So I think my next colour I'm going to put in the lower crease, I'm going to go for a nice bright pink. Let's see if we can find one. The next colour I'm going to go in with is Jupiter. We had a lot of pink colours to choose from, but Jupiter is just a rosy pink matte. Wait till I remember where it was in the palette. It was over this side. This is only my second time using this palette, and I definitely have never used Jupiter before. So we're just putting it right in here. If I go quiet, it's just because I'm concentrating, because these are some scary colours. A little bit nervous obviously because of how pigmented the colour probably is, because it's that rosy pink colour. So I'm just going to quickly go in and blend it and just hope for the best. Okay, next colour, and then a bit more about Cass. Right, so the next colour I want to go for is a nice purple colour, not a lilac, a darker purple. Let's see what we've got to work with. So now we're going in with Cosmic, which according to the description is a bold purple matte, which is exactly what we want. I was actually worried because I thought they only had lilac colours, and I thought, oh gosh darn it, I'm going to have to go in with a lilac and mix it with a dark blue to try and get a kind of darker purple, but which terrified me to no avail. Even putting this purple on kind of terrifies me, because purple is one of these scary shades. But when I think of Cassiopeia, I instantly always think of purple. Purple's really important to me when it comes to Cass. Cass, her backstory basically is she lived in a town. She had a mother and father, and she was an only child, and she had a cousin named Opal who was like her sister. Her father was a part of the guard. Her mother owned her own jewellery shop. Her uncle was a part of the guard, and her aunt didn't keep very well. One day there was a war in their town, and the whole guard got wiped out, including Cassiopeia's father and uncle, which was a tragedy. And then a few months later, Cassiopeia's mother died of a broken heart, and then a year later, Cassiopeia's aunt died because she was already ill. Just taking a blending brush to blend in that purple. If I can find one. Here's my favourite one. Before Cassiopeia's father and uncle died, she was actually being trained to take over from her father and be a part of the guard, even though it's not what she wanted to. She practiced magic in secret, and the only other one who knew about this was her cousin. Nobody else knew. So when her father and uncle died, she decided now was the time to do her own thing, find herself. As in, she wanted to perfect her magic skills, and the only way she could do that was by leaving town. With that being done, multitasking's hard. With that being done, Opal decided to take over from the guard and watch over the town while Cassiopeia basically went and found herself. Opal would never say to Cassiopeia, but Opal does find Cassiopeia a little bit selfish because she just left when the town was in its time of need. But Cassiopeia's argument was always, well, I don't know who I am and what purpose I have, and for me to be any use to anyone, I kind of need to know where I'm going in life. So that's basically her backstory. She still keeps in contact with her cousin slash sister on the regular. Hopefully that's blended okay. But due to her tragic backstory, she is a little bit twisted. She does have a little bit of a dark nature to her. Her alignment is chaotic good, so she is generally a good person, but she does have a little bit of a devilish side to her. I'm still trying to work out how I should play her in her character, because at first I did want her to be a little bit more evil, but it doesn't really work well with her. Anyway, hopefully that's the purple all blended. I'm actually really nervous because these are very bold colours. So the last colour I'm going to take, and I know for a fact which one it is, let me find it. Ooh, I'm so excited to use this colour. It is called Saturn and it is a vivid teal shimmer, which is going right on my inner corners, because the dice I have, they are mainly purple with little bits of like neon pink through them, but they do have like little slithers of this gorgeous bluey teal colour. And you guys know I live for these kind of colours. Just this shimmer itself feels so nice. Oh, I'm just imagining the purple and the blue mixing together. Oh, pretty! I think those two colours will just, I can imagine them so clearly in my head. They are so pretty looking. There we go. So, I'm just going to go in one more time with Asteroid. The only downside about this palette is, you know by now that I like a nice kind of highlighty colour. Unfortunately, the only kind of neutral, close highlight colour we have is Asteroid, which is that neutral kind of peachy, browny colour, whatever you want to call it, which is not, when I say I want a highlight shimmer, I don't want a shimmer, but it's not, it's too matte, it's not shimmery enough, but unfortunately I kind of just want to use this whole palette for the look, and I'm not dipping in for another shade, so I'm just putting a little bit of Asteroid just under my brow bone, just in case that pink shade went a bit too cookie boo. But that is the finished look, so as per usual I'm just going to nip off camera for 2 seconds just to make sure I don't look like a space age alien. Okay guys, all cleaned up now. I had a bit of fallout, which I was expecting, with a colour like purple and then the shimmers, and this eye needed more purple and this eye needed more blending, but it literally takes not that long, a little bit more purple, a little bit more blending, and then I just used some powder under my eyes to clean up the fallout. I said in my last video, I always do my eyeshadow first, especially this kind of look, to prevent fallout from sticking to my foundation and whatnot, but when I'm doing these videos I kind of just do my eyes to speed up the process. But I'm really happy with how it turned out, and Mum says it's really pretty and you can see all the colours really clearly. So now for mascara! Just using this one, I have no idea, it's most likely Maybelline. And to finish off the look, I'm just applying myself, it's the Revlon lipstick in the colour Nude Attitude, because Cass she's a very gracious, impatient person, but she does have a wee bit of a blunt, harsh side to her, which is why I'm picking Nude, because Nude's a very, I think it symbolises her personality well, because yes, she can be soft and gracious, but she's also very transparent, but in a natural kind of way. I hope that makes sense. Plus, you know, a nude lipstick with this eyeshadow, that just makes sense as well, and I'm trying to justify it. I love these lipsticks, they're so creamy. And that is the finished look. I really like this eye look and I hope you do too. If you guys want more videos about Dungeons and Dragons, I've got dice collections, I've got my other character, my other campaign. I would love to do an eyeshadow look based off of my other character, Perry. So if you guys want more of these kind of half makeup, half nerdy videos, I would love to. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll talk to you in a future video. Bye guys! Mwah!